It is official. If we go into our quest log and main quest, we have officially 100% determined that Ciri is probably not in Velen. It's a little unclear. Maybe she's still hiding. I don't know. But we still have Skellig, whatever, in Novigrad. Novigrad's kind of the main city. And we're actually a little bit in here with missing persons to the Skellig journey. One other quest I kind of forgot about. Really, guy? Just gonna walk by and crop dust me, huh? One of the other quests we forgot about is the master armorsmith. And I was just selling some supplies between episodes, and I noticed these two having this standoff, and I went to sell something to the armorer here.
How may I assist you?
I'm looking for the mastercraft armor dude.
Looking for someone who can craft me some armor. Gotta be top quality.
Well, I've been at it 20 years now. Mastered the craft in some respects, if I do say so myself.
You wish.
Don't listen to her. She's been sore lately, snorting every chance she gets. So, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Mastercraft.
Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all? Sure it shouldn't be self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
Comfortable, strong, and light'll do just fine.
Ought to know one thing when it comes to armor. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Tordaroch use on Undvik.
Joanna, I told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those nonsense Skellige legends of yours.
It ain't legend, and it ain't nonsense. My granddad would go to Undvik for his armour. Said Tordaroch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Forge was carved out of a rock face. Probably why it still stands. Tools were inside.
Well, goose kick me. These look like the real thing.
Because they are. Look at the markings. Authentic. How did you get them?
So we actually stumbled into this place while we were trying to put a new king or queen on the throne. But I didn't know they were connected to this. So this is great. It wasn't easy.
Wasn't easy. So I'm hoping for a good price on that armor of mine.
Harman ep Grönekan, Lieutenant General of the 2nd Mounted Army.
Niflgaard.
Welcome to our humble establishment. A true honor to host one of such renown. I've heard the General's a connoisseur and collector of armor.
This is true, and they call you a master of the craft.
All too kind, sir. Truly.
I need a suit of armor. Heavy. Able to withstand piercing projectiles.
Piercing projectiles? Oh, bolts, you mean? That ain't easy. Needs a special alloy. Tempering.
The new tools. We can do it. Stoke the fire. I'll ready the rest.
Bold, your worker. You allow her much.
You know how it is, General. Good help's hard to come by. We should go outside. There's business to discuss.
They're literally outside.
It's always the same. I've had enough.
Okay.
Enough?
They treat me like I'm nobody. The menial labour. Truth is, the Nilfgaardian, the one Fergus is kissing up to, I'll have to craft his armour. Yours too, for that matter.
Oh, yeah?
So what's Fergus do?
Horseshoes, nails, not much else he can do, seeing as he cocks up simple bungs. But in the end, they call him Master. No one'd ever think I could be a skilled armourer, a human and a woman to boot. A dwarven blacksmith. Oh, that's another story.
He's the front. She's the real skill. Go for it.
Gotta admit, find your story hard to believe myself.
I'll prove it to you. Fergus can make the Nilfgaardian's armour himself. I'll craft another suit. We'll see whose is better. I need but one thing I can't get on my own. Would you help me?
Absolutely.
what it is.
Come on.
To finish the armour, I'll need to harden it, quench it in a bath. Oil's what we usually use, but I want to use acid.
Kicky Moors and Archgriffins spit acid.
Archgriffins? Draconic griffins, you mean? Baron's men came by a few days back, said they'd seen one north of Crow's Perch. It had killed some folk out there.
Deal.
Bound to be a notice posted for the Griffin anyway. Could kill 2 beasts with 1 stone. Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Bring me the acid and I'll prove I'm better than Fergus. And I'll craft armour for you, lots of it. The kind no other armourer can.
Done. Get Glan from Griffin. Awesome. Yeah, I thought we were going to end up going back to Skellig, but this is fine too. All right. World map. Where's this Griffin at? This is sweet. Okay, hold on. Unclear.
It won't be as cocky once the Baron's men
Let's just get a little bit of distance. See if it pops up. Okay. We can actually get pretty close to it. Here's the thing. This is such a clever, like, game design choice here, where it leads us kind of south into this Baron quest, which is a pretty solid quest chain. And then at the end of it, it looks like we're going to have a stash and a master armorer. Then the next location, it kind of pulls you towards this Novigrad. And one of the first quests there that, like, really opens up is, what do you call it? Is to give us a master, like, swordsmith dude.
Faster.
All right, let's go smack a griffin. We're going to try not to use any Witcher symbols if we can. I think there's, like, an achievement to, like, just beat it up with your sword. And when's the last time we just, like, you know, really did the work to,
Come on.
Griffin? It's a dude standing up there. Forgot, like, most of his armor. What do you think, bandits? These definitely look like some bandit boys.
No.
No.
Rally to me, boys.
Got him. Come here. Bandits.
Shit.
Excuse me, sir.
Come to Pappy.
Okay. Yeah, that's really what you want. Ouch. Stupid. We still need to get the gland from the Griffin. Thought it might be around here, but there must be like a Witcher clue. Nothing's like jumping out to me as like, you know, Mr. Griffin lives around here. I mean, it's just like the middle of a road.
Belly ripped open.
Whoa, boy.
Mangled wounds. Claws at work.
Okay. New clues. New clues. Let's assume it goes this way. It's a little tough to follow. Ah! There you are. Hello there, sir. Mr. Archgriffin, we're trying not to use any of our magics. We're here to fight. Hello. Okay, swords out, Geralt. What are you doing? We have made a mistake. Okay. This was not the quest to try and, like, skip our signs. I'll tell you what. We've been poisoned. This bad boy takes, like, no damage. Whoa, boy. Come on. He likes it. Ha-ha! Power swing. Got him now. We've got him now. Whoa, boy. Yeah, this Griffin's a mean one. Tell you what, he blocked? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Monster materials. Oh, there it is. Griffin gland and Archgriffin trophy. Wonder how. Ah! Cutscene. It's our trophy knife. Yay. Okay, but is there like a fancy griffin nest up here? Okay, anything good? No, it's just disgusting. Okay. Huh. Yeah, nothing of any value. Okay. I mean, they've got a nice view. What are we looking at exactly? Straight that way. We're looking right back where we came from. Huh. Interesting. Take the gland of acid. Okay. What does this griffin head do, though, for our trophy or whatever? So, Archgriffin, 10% chance to dismember, which is not a one-hit KO. I thought it was. It's just like animation. So, we will we'll keep the Noon Wrath for the bonus to XP. I think that's what it does. 5% bonus experience. Yeah, there we go. We'll take that. That's good. Well, on one hand, that was not the prettiest fight. It might have been our toughest opponent yet. But on the other hand, we've done a good thing. And if the truth is she is the master armorsmith, then we've done like double a good thing. We've rid the land of a very dangerous monster. I thought there was a fast travel sign here. Is there not? There it is. And there's a really good possibility we're going to get our hands on a... Whew, we rid the land of the Griffin. We got the Griffin trophy. Maybe unlock a master armorsmith. Sorry. It was just a practice swing. Okay. Let's go and see if we've done a good thing. Yona. Talk to Yona.
You're back.
Yona,
So,
don't you, Nona?
Got the acid?
Mm-hmm. Use it carefully. It's about as caustic as things come.
I know. It's burned many a man where I come from. Armour's ready. Now for the last touch. We'll soon see who's better, Fergus or me. Geralt, it's done.
Looks very professional.
Welcome, General. Armour's all ready. Came out splendid, if I do say so myself.
Dude, he's in trouble.
Rather coarse. I trust the appearance does not reflect the quality.
General, I've also made a suit, if you please.
What is the meaning of this?
Yona's she's got the talent, dude.
General Joanna's the master artisan, not Fergus. She crafted this armor to prove it.
For God's sake, Joanna, what do you think you're doing?
Temeria remains a wild land, it seems. Insubordination of this kind is not something we Nilfgaardians allow.
If I may, General, I am Fergus's subordinate in appearance alone. It's what we agreed, as few would ever believe a woman to be a better armourer than a dwarf.
You are right. I, for one, do not think it possible. But you are confident in your abilities. Let us put them to the test. Not on dummies, in live combat.
What?
Oh, quite a crowd.
You there, put on this armor.
Dude.
I'm just here to show me yours.
Mine is not a request.
General, I crafted this armour for a man. It can't fit me properly.
Then find another to wear it.
Geralt, will you help?
Okay.
Fine. Hope I won't regret this.
Don your armor, both. I will await outside.
Bloody hell. I just came here to show me yours.
Okay. Help test the armor. Well, we've got it on. You want to punch, dude? What are we doing? Ah! Bro!
Does this look to you like armor that stops bolts? Compensate the man.
Wait.
Now, let us see what this other suit is.
Compensate the man. You killed him dead. Hey, I'm standing here. Don't do it. Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
Gonna live?
Aye, but this armor's rubbish.
Bro.
Stand. I wish to see the armor.
Check it out.
Not even a dent.
I am not easily impressed, but I must admit you have succeeded, my dear. Where to, dwarf? You must hear this. The forge is now Miss Joanna's. She will also assume all Nilfgaardian army requisitions. Is that clear?
Aye, as day.
Your pay for the armor. I will send a man to collect it.
The dangers of a meritocracy.
I'll be going too, methinks. Just get my things.
Wait. We needn't part ways, Fergus. You've been a good helper. We could go on that way. But without the lie.
Yay.
We did make quite the pair.
Well then, go stoke the fire. We've got a customer. He needs armour fit for a witcher.
Oh boy.
You weren't certain the armour would protect you. Admit it.
I definitely had my doubts. I thought we were going to like do something more practical, not put it on live people and fire deadly weapons at them.
Had a moment of doubt when the bolt pierced Fergus's armor. Didn't last long, though.
Thank you for trusting me. Give us a few days and your armour will be ready. Come on, let me help you get out of that.
You've unlocked a Master Armorer's services. Awesome. All right, wait one day. We can try. Whoops. We'll skip around to 1 a.m. Then we will whip it around to 8 a.m. Cannot do that mid-jump. My mistake. Okay, 8 a.m. Cannot do that. Okay. We'll do a little hokey pokey. Okay. We're just turning ourselves around. You know, Mr. Baron's henchman, I think I might be an expert on this subject. Okay, one hokey pokey later, and there we go. All right. Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
Talk to your owner.
Geralt, good of you to come by. What can I do for you?
The armor?
My armor coming along all right?
It's ready. I've reinforced the joints and bathed it in acid, as my clan's tradition demands.
Thanks. How much do I owe you?
Oh, please. I'd not be here if it weren't for you. It's a gift, in thanks for what you did. Take it, and may it serve you well.
Thanks. And you take care.
Witch Hunter's armor? Quest update, Master Armor. Does that actually finish the quest? Let's see. So we need to be level 27. Sucks to suck. Okay, but most importantly is we officially have access to...
Geralt!
What are you
Double
selling?
check. There it is. In the top right, it says a master armorer. So we now have one master armorer and one master sword guy, which is super sweet. Okay. Well, this is good. I mean, this is really good. As some of the stuff we want to craft, it requires, see these master craft, right? You have to have a master armorer, which is quest locked. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to her about her accent. This is weird, whatever.
Interesting lilt in your voice. You originally from Skellige?
Ardskellig. Spent my whole childhood in Holmstein.
Why'd you leave?
Always had a liking for the smithy. I'd sit there all day taking things in. The heat of the furnace, the smell of the hot steel, the pounding hammers. At 17 winters, my dad told me he could teach me no more. Sent me out there into the world, bid me to hone my craft. A few years on, I had my master crafting papers. Then the war broke out, and I landed here.
Cool. And of course you play Gwent.
Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
We're playing into a monster deck, and it's pretty crazy that they have all the crones. You can see that they've got the Brewer, the Weaver, and the Whisperer here, right? That we already met, which is kind of freaky. That remember I said like during the quest, I was like, oh my goodness, they look just like their cards. We've seen these cards a few times, but what are the odds here in Velen she's playing that deck, you know? Uneventful matchup. Nothing fancy going on. What is the armor set we got again? Okay, the Witch Hunter's armor. Again, themed with the area, right? If we had finished the quest and everything to get to these guys. What a great little zone this opens up, because it has a stash. And it not only has a stash, it has the Master Armorer. So we can make that Mastercraft armor if we want. And we can also buy and sell kind of like, you know, armor goods. But then it also has like a general stores guy as well, which is nice, I think. I don't know, all in all, it seems like just a really, assuming you end up in this direction, like it just leaves you with some really good stuff. There's a couple of things we kind of stumbled and bumbled our way into. One of them was the Temerian Partisan Hideout. I want to know what this is about. As we were kind of hunting around and found this fast travel point, which was unique. And then there's all these dudes up here. I assume this is some kind of a resistance, but I didn't walk inside because I was afraid it would like turn into a quest. But this is the time. Yeah, there we go. Cutscene. I knew it. I knew it. Like this is a cave kind of just off the road, but a little bit in the middle of nowhere. Like no one should stumble into it, but at the same time, like it's well secured and hidden, but also pretty like
looking for Roach.
Centrally located.
No one here by that name.
Liar.
Anything else?
How about you get out of my way?
Move.
No, sorry. We talked, it was amusing, now about face and forward march.
Gonna walk in the camp now.
Aye, naturally.
And you're gonna go look for hornbills.
Aye, I'm going, indeed.
I knew it. Okay. Temerian guards. So this is the resistance, I believe. And I think we have this card. Vernon Roche? Yeah, we do.
Vernon Roach, Temeria's last hope.
Laugh all you want. Temeria will rise again.
Roach, I cannot abandon them.
We have this card as well.
Can and must, because those are your orders.
They'll die, please.
We're done. Dismissed.
I like how it's raining in the cave. How'd you wind up here?
How'd you wind up here?
Came with the army, of course. Its remnants. When Nilfgaard crossed the Yaruga, I dropped everything. Threw it all away to hell and rode for the front to fight the invader. Joined the 2nd Temerian army under John Natalis. We were to stop the Black One's advance along the Dol Blathana Mount Carbon line. And we did. For 3 days. Then they smashed us into splinters. Soon after, I heard Radovid was assembling his forces near Novigrad. that he'd promised to fight for a free North. Broke through with the remains of Natalis' army, but Radovid proved no better than Emir. So I decided I would mount my own fight.
How's that going?
What do you do here? Hunt Scoia'tael?
You jest, right? Who cares about the Scoia'tael anymore? Temeria, that's what matters.
Okay.
So long.
You trouble. Geralt of Rivia.
So long.
Oh, that's really everything we can do here. I thought there'd be more to it. I don't know, it just seemed like it added distinct fast travel point. Where'd that lady go? Was her name Vess in the cards?
Beware the other side of the river. One false move and you could be royally.
I think she went this way? Deeper into the cave? I don't know, I thought there'd be more to this. You never really know. But I mean, super fortified secret cave fast travel point? Maybe we'll get like, was it Vess? She'll jump us on the way out? I don't see her at all. Yeah, we totally have their cards though, I think. Hold on. Yeah, here's Vernon Roche. Yeah, here's the other lady, Vess. Better to live a day as a king than a whole life as a beggar. Interesting. So there's
Now, witches, they can't catch the pox.
not much going on after that. Just a suspiciously empty cavern, no quest. Weird. Okay, well, off we go then. I think it's time to end our Gwent arc and move further into our monster hunting arc. We've hunted a few monsters. We've determined that Ciri's not in a few places, but all of our Gwent escapades have led to this moment here, the high stakes tournament. We need to find the scribe in the Passiflora and sign up for the high stake Gwent tournament. I am so excited that this is something we're going to get to do. So we're here just outside of Passiflora, which is one of the fancier places. I love the way he's like huddled under from the rain, the butler here, under these wooden steps, you know? Man, that's tough. All right. Let's see if we can't find ourselves a scribe here.
No strong cards, no golden king. Shan't be entering, shall we? Do we not know the rules?
We don't know the rules.
Yes.
Heard you play for high stakes here.
Cards are in order, but can we afford the buy-in?
1,000 monies? Dude.
We can.
Well, let's have a name then, and we shall issue an entry ticket.
Geralt of Rivia.
Gerard of Rivia. The match will start soon, but the hoi polloi must first be driven out. We will please wait. Achoo! Tournament participants only. Everyone else out. Achoo! We are cordially invited to come back tomorrow.
I'm kind of nervous.
Geralt of Rivia. And I was beginning to think this tournament would be a dreadful bore. I'm afraid winning coin from peasants, thugs, and faux aristocrats is no great source of satisfaction for me.
We know each other?
Let's say we've some mutual acquaintances. I've heard many good things about you. In vivid detail.
Place like this, that's more a warning than a recommendation. What's your name?
Sasha.
Sasha what? Or maybe just skip right to telling me your real name.
Place like this, Sasha will need to suffice.
Okay. Hello, Sasha.
Come to the Passiflora often? Seem to know everyone.
I'm here from time to time. I cannot say all the faces are familiar, but that is Patrick Hazelnut. Never goes anywhere without those three.
Met a man once who traveled with 2 Zeracanian warrior women as bodyguards, but those 3...
have other talents, clearly. The halfling's Bernard Tully, a farmer, claims to play for pleasure. But everyone wants to win, don't they? Best beware of that one. He's not particularly fond of others, outcasts, types like you. Ironic, since Phineas himself is a half-elf. And I'm certain you've heard of Count Tybalt. After all, he is the one who organized this tournament.
Actually, I haven't heard of him.
He's reputed to be fabulously wealthy. I can't say how true it is, but he was able to afford his title and the county that came with it.
We'll talk to Hazelnut.
What's the hurry?
Apologies, but I must focus my thoughts before the match.
We'll come talk to Bernard.
I'm new to this too. Took me ages to squirrel away the coin for the buy-in. Mushrooms are no quick route to riches.
You really a farmer?
Why not look it? Got a little farmstead just outside the city. Could sit there for days just watching things grow.
What's with the smell?
The smell? Anywho, mushrooms are all well and good, but one's got to get away at times. My lady, she was in tears, said I'd get my throat slit in Novigrad. But I says to her, Hortensia, what a chance. The best players, the rarest cards. She had to let me go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our closed Gwent tournament. By closed, I mean more than the mere elite nature of the event.
Okay.
Anyone leaving the Passiflora before the end of play will be disqualified. That's rule number 1. Rules number 2, 3, and 4 are no fighting, dirty play, or magic tricks. We play for golden figurines. The winner will take them all, along with a monetary prize equal to 9 times the buy-in. Easy enough to calculate that 9 have entered. The tournament will consist of 3 rounds. The finalist emerging from said shall play me. Players will be paired by random draw. The groupings for the first round shall be read now.
Achoo! Phineas and Tim Knott. Patrick Hazelnut and Harold Featherbuns. Gervolt of Rivia and Bernard Tull.
Messed up our name twice.
How about that?
Bramble Frontenstock and Madam Sasha.
Excellent.
All right, our first match is going to be here against Bernard, which I feel terrible about. He claimed to be this poor farmer who's been saving all his coins, but he has a ring with a giant gemstone on every toe and most of his fingers. Round 1, and we are off to a bumpy start here. We don't have a lot of great cards, but we can get the cow down and in Spy, which is just a really clean open. It struggles into a Northern Realm deck. And they have the Mysterious Spy right off rip. That's huge. Arguably the best card in the game. Brutal. Oh. And we just completely flopped. We ended up pulling another Gontro Dim. That is potentially going to just doom us. We need something a little more serious than that to win. Like, that is the worst possible card. And they decoy our Spy. Of course they do. We're going to throw another Spy at him. It's a nasty open. It's a nasty open. They spy us right back. There it is. We're going to go ahead and put down some power. And I think we're in trouble. I am not sure we can win this one. They're up a lot of cards, and they pass early. Oh. That sucks. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's going to be 13 cards to 10. And we're going to be able to start off with having the big boy down. Which isn't bad, but man, it's not great. It is not great. Can we medic the Spy? Don't we have a Spy? Here we go. We do. We have Prince Stennis. But I'm very tempted to throw down the cow. Just in case this round gets a little spicy. But we're going to go Stennis and see if we can make up the difference here. So 2 more cards is going to be an advantage. Us 13 to 11. We're up 13 to 5 on power. They have Philippa. What a great, great card they're able to throw down there. We will match them with Vernon Roche, maybe? Maybe that's the way to go, maybe not. Let's put down some siege power, see if we can get them to blow up our siege unit early. As we're playing into a deck that has a lot of power versus siege units, which is what we do. Now, we're going to go ahead and cook their front line prematurely, but it makes me happy. There you go. Get wrecked. I know they might put down a stronger frontline card, but that's going to be okay right now. Biting Frost. Yeah, or they'll do something like that and really mess up our day. We're gonna hunting horn here. I think they're gonna blow up our catapult because their leader can just cook one of our catapults. They've got a scorch, dude. Gonna throw down Vernon. Big 10 power in the front lines can be tough to deal with. There's the leader ability. They take out our medic. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we want to see. That's actually going to probably save the day for us. Like, what are the odds they have another Scorch in their deck? Pretty low, right? It's got to be pretty low. They've got the big 8 catapult. We did not draw our 8 catapult this game, and we are kind of regretting it. Oh, boy. So we have 2 Scorch cards we just cannot play. And I'm trying to figure out how to get them in play. Oh boy, they need to put something down with more than 12 power. And they're just not doing it for me. So we can Scorch our own card, which would be a huge mistake. Oh, big difficulty here coming into this this last bit of this round here. We're just barely ahead by 8 points with the only card we have left is they've got a medic. That might doom us right there. Oh, that might have doomed us. We might lose this off that medic. That is a huge RIP right there. We're going to Scorch their catapult and also kill our own. And hopefully not cry. It gives us a little bit of an advantage there. Well, we're going to gamble it here. There's nothing else we can do except kill our own card, which we are not going to do. If they can make up the points here, then they win. All comes down to this. Okay. They're still down a couple of points. And we win the game. Oh, brutal. That was brutal. That was a very, very tough deck to play into. Oh, my goodness.
Congratulations. Bit of a shame being eliminated in the first round, but so it goes. 'Tis only a game. Having a good time. That's what matters.
So, how did you fare in the first round?
Not bad. Guessing you won too.
I've the distinct impression my opponent was drunk. Had an altogether decent hand, but...
Might have had a hard time concentrating.
Care to finish this conversation in private? I have a proposition for you.
Meet Sasha on the balcony. Okay. To the balcony. There's definitely something going on here. Sasha. Most likely, she's what? Niflgaardian spy, right? Like, who else would be so mysterious?
Alone at last.
What did you want to talk about?
A cartload of coin. That's the grand prize, you know. I can't speak for you, but I'd prefer it didn't land in the wrong hands. And luck can be so undependable. Frankly, one should simply take the coin, subtly, you know, without bothering the others.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm a woman. I'm in need of that coin, and Geralt of Rivia would never abandon a woman in need, or so I heard.
Who'd you hear it from?
Fringilla Vigo. She told me of your adventures in Beauclair. Apparently you're dependable, so long as the cause is just.
Let's say I help you, then what?
I'll split the coin with you, of course.
Split? What if I win the tournament?
I shall have another proposition for you then.
What's the plan?
I shall tell you all when the time is right. For now, just stay alert. And if you are eliminated, stay till the tournament's end. It'll be worth your while, you'll see.
All sounds pretty mysterious, but fine.
Well, I guess we return to the common room and see what's shaking out then. Maybe she's a down on her luck noble, but that doesn't quite add up. I feel like there's more to this story than just Sasha wanting to, like, make sure she wins, you know?
Time for round 2. Your attention, please.
Madam Sasha and Gilbert of Revia.
Messed up our name again, legend.
Phineas and Harold Featherbuns.
We wish you a pleasant match.
I think Sasha knew we were going to be matched up and doesn't want to lose.
I get no pleasure whatsoever from easy victories. So I should be very angry if you let me win.
She runs a Nilfgaard deck, sure. I wish we had more decoys in our opening hand. This is not our strongest hand. Not even close, but this might be enough to get it done. All right, we're going to throw spies at them and then retreat after our first turn. And that is just a really safe open unless they can decoy a lot of these spies back at us. Oh, she's a fool. A round 1 double up? What is wrong with you? Oh my goodness. Fringilla Vingo. Does that look like Sasha, this Fringilla? Huh. Now, curiously enough, we actually could play into this with the Biting Frost and just cook the whole front line. Let's see what they do. Let's just see what they do. Moment of truth. Clear weather, okay. Yeah, I feel like this is the right time to say you can just win this round. We're going to go ahead and... No, we're not. We're going to throw down our Golden Dragon and just eat their bacon. See what they do about that. Oh, they should not have passed there. That was the wrong thing to do. They're just going to give us the win regardless. Don't care. That's crazy. Okay. And we will take a round 1 win. I'm not sure why they entered this tournament if they were going to be so, like, not even, like, middling. They're kind of bad. All right. Well, maybe they've got some moves that we've never seen before, and we aren't prepared to see them. So throw down a little 4-power card. Throw down a siege card. Just give them a second. All right, draw a card from our own discard pile. What did they draw? Wish we could have seen what they drew. It was very fast. It was very scary. I don't know a way to, like, cycle my discard pile either. Like, whatever they drew, they drew. Oh, they drew our own card. Okay. Not a great card to draw, I don't think. I don't think that was their best play. Now we're about to put a lot of pressure on them. If they waited a turn, they could have killed like all of our units in a major way. Or an early clear weather. Have we ever seen someone throw this hard? What are they doing? What if we had a weather card right now? What exactly would their plan be in that scenario? They've got a Scorch. Okay. You absolute monkey. Here, have another. Now what? Another Scorch. Okay. We're playing the Mad Lad themselves. Here, have another. Now what? Oh, big fat juicy catapult card. Love it. Like, we've definitely played some Nilfgaard decks that are nasty. That are genuinely nasty to try and play into. And I got to tell you right now, this is not the best Nilfgaardian player we've ever played. Oh my goodness, they're not ready for this, dude. The decoy medic, throw back down the 3rd blue stripe commando into the Warhorn. Oh, get wrecked. Okay, maybe in a scale of 1 to 10, like a 10 being like a top tier player and a 0 being a bottom tier player, they're playing at about a 3 or a 4 level. We've definitely played some other Nilfgaardian deck players that have been like they've thrown all 4 spies at us. Like, we've just played some like random merchants in a market who have spanked us harder than this. That was tragic. That was really tragic, Sasha. No wonder she tried to like, hey, let's go halfsies on the winning. Whoever wins, wink.
Well, I hope your luck holds.
Fuck, you suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third round. The heat is on.
The nearest round's winner will face Count Tybalt himself in the final. Phineas and Gerard of Rivia. Achoo!
I'll not play a mutant. Are we to understand you forfeit this round? Fine.
Yeah, go ahead,
In that
forfeit.
case,
No, I'm not swiving forfeit the round. I shall squash him like a louse.
Not likely.
a good match to you both. Please remember the tournament rules.
Now, interestingly enough, we were not able to save before this match. It forced us right into it, which could definitely make this awkward. Now, we have a very strong opening hand, because I will save scum anything. I have no shame. Like, relax. If you're like, what's awkward? Well, if I lose, I lose. I don't want to lose. I want to win. And if I can't win, that sucks. I don't know. Listen, this is a good opening hand, but I think we drop Vesemir. Oh, if they rain on us, then the siege expert isn't going to be that helpful. Okay. I think we throw a spy card down and just surrender a turn, see what they do. As the Squirtle deck doesn't have a lot of spy cards, and so this could put just a lot of... Oh, we got the medic. Okay. Could put a lot of pressure on them. As you can see here, it is the opening of this turn, and we are up 11 cards to 8. I think we just pass and let them win this round. I don't mind this. This isn't bad, depending on what they do next. Okay, free one. There we go. A lot of pressure here not to mess this up. They're going to get to go first. Oh, that was such a bad card to play, because I've got the big juicy golden dragon. Now what, you fool? Torched. We're up 4 cards. We're up 7 power, and they've got to start playing into this. Uh-oh. What is the play here? What should we do? I think we just relax and we just play the commando. Then we'll play Roach and Biting Frost. Okay, there we go. That was a good play. We can play Roach right into this. He's a hero card. He's not going to be affected by this debuff. All right, we're tied on points, but we've got quite a few very dangerous cards left to go. Let's just drop down one of these bad boys. And they're going to pass. I think that was the right thing to do, but it's kind of saying we just want to lose. They have 3 cards left, and we're going to come into the final round with 8 cards, and we have 2 medics in our hand. That's going to be really tough to deal with. And a decoy. Dude, it's probably over. I don't know what they're going to do versus this. They've got 3 cards, but they just are not going to have enough juice in the tank to get it done. We're about to just nail the coffin. And medic, but it's a 0 power medic, and our medics have 5 and 7 power. They throw down our own spy. That was such an inspired play. You love to see it, but this is one of the few rounds when I'm looking for more power. So thank you. Now, maybe they drew the magic cards they need to get it done as one good Scorch, a 10 power hero card. Legendary. Very well done. Let's go ahead and get Yennefer involved here. Love that. She loves to be involved, and she is a medic, so we're going to be able to pull in another card here. We'll pull in the big juicy catapult in the back. Torrential Rain. That was a fantastic card to play. Let's go ahead and... what do we have on our discard pile? I really wish we could look. We do have Roche and... okay, we've got our Golden Dragon. Let's go ahead and decoy this frontline boy, grab 2 more cards. I think they're not going to be able to handle that and not worry too much about the rain. They've got another 0 power healer. They have 1 card left in their hand. We're going to go ahead and just start dropping war horns and nail the coffin shut. They've got 1 card left, and they've got to make up all the power. Yeah, sucks to suck. Sucks to suck, man. I mean, they tried. They really tried. But they lost the rounds that matter. Now, we can even throw some power at them. And I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, let's see. We could go ahead and slam down this bad boy. Slam down this bad boy. Philippa is involved. We can throw in a medic. Okay, we can then grab some of that action. Okay. We can decoy our medic. That way we can play our medic again. They love that. Just get more power down here. Then we can go ahead and Warhorn. Let's see. Do we want to Warhorn these guys? That's looking good. And just get disrespected, dude. There you go. We didn't put up anything insane as they got us with the torrential rain, but it doesn't matter. We win. What is he doing? Excuse me, sir? Please don't do that. Ouch. Why are you punching us? I thought we were not allowed to fight. I thought we were not allowed to fight. Who knew this was going to end in a fight? Yo, I wasn't ready. He's really ready for those power attacks. We haven't landed a single one. I'm not happy.
Well played. Congratulations on both your victories. I'd wanted to summon the guards initially, but...
Yeah, it's better I took care of it.
Please, join me for the final. I must admit I did not expect this outcome. Bet a rather large sum on another player, in fact.
Might have guessed there were multiple games going on.
This is the final matchup here versus Count T-Bolt. We're coming into this undefeated. I've saved before each match, so like we could win, but it looks like we haven't needed it. It's been pretty tough, but not impossible. We haven't even like drawn our best cards.
Let's begin.
Plays that monster deck. Nasty. Not a great opening hand. Like we have the cards we need, but not necessarily the cards we want. See if we can't put down some early power and see how they handle it. We don't have a Scorch. We don't have anything to block up the front line. It's crazy that a random blacksmith in just the middle of nowhere had all 3 crones, with the big boy here at the end of this fancy tournament only had 2 in the deck. I just want him to just give up on the first round. We have double his points. There we go. We got him the pass. Okay. That's all we needed. If we can just pull ahead by 1 game here, hopefully we can pull ahead by 2. All right. If he's got a Scorch or anything, we probably just lose. As we're going to pull in both our catapults and pray. That's about all we've got. I mean, this is going to be nasty here. It's really going to come down to the heart of the cards. I'll tell you what, I believe in our deck. It's won a lot of games for us, even when we haven't drawn like our best hand. Like not drawing a single spy or decoy, brutal. But we are 1 torrential rain, 1 Scorch away from just losing. Now they're not going to retreat because they've already lost the first round. Oh, he's got all the vampires just about there. Brutal, brutal, brutal. All right. I'm going to try and get down more power and try to stay in this game. Restore a card from your discard pile. Okay. That was a good play. Was it good enough to win? I don't know. But it was a good play. As long as they cannot torrential rain or Scorch us, we're about to put down a lot of power here. Oh, man, am I afraid of that Scorch. We're going in. We're going in. We're putting down power. Our last 2 cards in our leader ability. Oh my goodness, do these decks like just slam down that ability just to like pull in more cards? Brutal. Torrential rain. There it is. Probably just lost the game for us. They've got to play into it. They've got to play into it. They have one card left. We're going to Warhorn. This is insane if we win this. We're going to lose this round, but because we have the cow, we get 8 power, and they have to have a card that can beat this. They might just have a weather card. Clear weather, we win. We win on the cow. Get wrecked, dude. That's crazy. What a finish. I told you, we don't have the best. We did not pull our best cards, but I believe in this deck.
Superb match. A great pleasure. The prize will be yours.
Thanks.
Thief! The coin's gone.
What?
The guard's been stabbed.
Double what?
What?
How is this possible?
No one's removed the coin from the premises. All those leaving were searched.
Phew! We must scour the building. Anyone leaving must pass inspection.
Before you ask, it wasn't me.
Figured as much.
An unexpected turn of events, but our agreement stands. We must try to recover the coin together.
Okay.
I say, this Witcher is Captain Hansen's good friend. He could examine the crime scene. Charge only a trifling.
A fee? But...
We will, of course, collect it from the captain personally. How is his injury from the other week? Has it healed yet?
Well, I'd heard it had.
Splendid. We shall go upstairs at once.
This is where they were keeping the money? Okay. Well, someone stole our money.
Really know the captain?
Yes, a horrid man.
This is so upsetting. We do all that work to like put together a great deck, win the tournament. All of a sudden, Sasha shows up out of nowhere. What is this?
Somebody dragged something heavy towards the terrace.
Probably money. And next thing you know, our winnings are robbed from us. All right, Sasha, let's go out on the deck. I bet it's the Achu guy who's always sneezing. How would you get like a big heavy like chest down? Oh, how about an arrow with a
Crossbow
rope?
bolt. A line tied to it. Line's clearly been cut.
Thief might have used it to lower the sack of coin. He'd need an accomplice waiting down below to grab it.
I guess.
Something down there, but I can't make it out.
Certainly taking her sweet time to get here, Sasha. Okay, we're all here together now. Here we go.
Same as the one tied to the bolt. Gonna have to look around. Where's that scent coming from? Cinnamon. Strange.
Use our Witcher senses to follow the scent. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's what you get for being clean and distinctive with a cinnamon scent. You think you can hide behind Canilla? We'll find you anywhere, old boy. Look at this.
Haste makes waste. Culprit lost this crate. Must have fallen off the wagon.
Can you be certain this was the thief?
There's a crossbow on the ground.
I've seen this guild mark. It's a trading company's. One that imports spices from Zerrikania.
Really?
They have a storehouse at the docks.
Man, something about the city of Novigrad here. Everything leads to the docks, man. Next thing you know...
Just a bit more and I'll drop this job.
Just a bit... Oh, sorry. Just a bit more and you'll drop this job? Is that the truth?
Got me break now.
Oh, sorry. They're on their break. I was kind of hoping there was some dialogue. All right.
Suspicious to me.
So,
What's he doing?
this is cool. We end up playing some... Like, those are tough decks we played against, but we played all of those decks and tougher players with them on more than one occasion. Normally when we play like a top-tier Niflgaard deck, they throw down like 3 or 4 spies with 2 or 3 decoys. Like, it gets kind of wacky. But darn, this is a cool little quest chain. This high-stake Gwent tournament, all of a sudden it's a murder mystery heist. I mean, oh my goodness. You think you're just going to play a couple of rounds of Gwent, and next thing you know, like Sasha shows up. You're like, who's Sasha? And you're like, well, there's some mysterious figure who has decided that they want to split the winnings with you. They play the absolute worst game of Gwent we've ever played. Not really, but like they were pretty... Like I remember merchants down here spanking us hard. I'll tell you what. Okay. And now all of a sudden we're back Back at the docks, sneaking into warehouses, following the scent of cinnamon. We're in even kind of like the shady part, right? Oh boy. All right, Sasha is more than she seems. I thought maybe she was kind of like a noble woman at first, and then I was like, but she seems well informed. Maybe she's some kind of Niflgaardian spy, but maybe she's a thief. I mean, this is a sweet outfit with all like the pockets and stuff. This is some thieving stuff right here. Maybe she's connected to the underground. I don't know.
There are 6 inside. I wasn't able to get the door open.
Gotta find another way in then.
Yeah, like she's already like scouted the place out. All right, there's a door here. Locked. That's fine. We'll check this alley here. Maybe they forgot to lock the back door.
Here's the wagon. Smell the cinnamon now?
I was right about the warehouse.
We were right about the cinnamon. Aren't we just the dynamic duo? What about this? What about this? Oh, we're going in, dude. Okay, we're in the warehouse. Do we fight? What the? Gotta put a bell on her, I'll tell you what. Quest update. High stakes. Check what's going on. Okay. Might be in for a little bit of combat here. Hope they don't mind if I just loot my way through their warehouse first. Delicious. Okay. Yeah, they don't care at all. Well, boy. Bernard's henchman? The gnome. The one who's like, I'm just a poor farmer. Really, Bernard? Dude gets out in the first round and is petty about it, huh? Hello, Bernard. Mr. Poor Mushroom Farmer, dude.
Which one's Hortensia?
The tall one.
Masquerade's done, Tully. Give us the coin.
Masquerade? Ha! Well put. Been watching you from the start, sweetheart. Though I ought to admit, I thought you'd follow me alone. Told him who you are yet? No? I'm sure he'd love to hear it. Go on, tell him. All right?
Okay, let's all take a guess. Is she a mysterious aristocrat down on hard times? Some kind of nobility that is trying to get back into the good graces of the upper class? Option A. Option B. She's a Niflgaardian spy. She's overly well informed and committed to her actions here and in a little over her head. Option C. She's some kind of princess of the underworld trying to make it on her own as she learns that sometimes it's hard to get back on top when you've fallen down. She started a little too high in the underworld, being a princess, right? Of the underworld, whatever that means. And she's trying to make her own way and make her own little fiefdom. I don't know. Here we go. Moment of truth. Option A, B, or C. Comment now. What do you think? I think she is a thief of some kind, right? She's somehow connected to the underworld just based on the fact that she's willing to wear this like ruby necklace, right? But she also has like an outfit ready to go for like sneaking around warehouses. And she knew exactly who these guys were as soon as she like saw the symbol.
Tell Hortensia to break your fingers.
This got kind of tense.
Let go of her. Step away.
One of you restrain him, then make sure he gets a good view.
No. It's a bad idea, dude. Okay. Plan B. Somebody's getting axing, dude. Is she fighting? She is fighting. Look at that. Got him. She does fight. Try and see how she fights. Oh boy. Got him. Bernard Tully. Bernard, you fool. So we charmed the henchman. Get wrecked, dude. So where's our loot?
Oh, good work. I did not, in fact, suspect him, whereas he clearly caught on to me long ago.
Halflings can be unpredictable.
At any rate, we've succeeded. Now to divide the coin. Know what? Let's have dinner at the Kingfisher.
Okay.
My treat. To celebrate my last day in Novigrad.
Sure. Returning the Niflgaard.
Heading back to Nilfgaard? That why you needed the coin?
I see you miss very little.
Still got a touch of an accent.
Ah well. It seems I shall need a new trait. Anyway, I'm compromised in Novigrad, so...
Who were you before you became a spy?
Ah, she was a spy.
I don't rightly remember anymore. But I suppose you can call me Cantarella.
That your real name?
Well, almost.
Okay, let's have dinner. Why not? That sounds nice.
I'd love to. As it turned out, the blue-eyed prostitute was actually his sister. He couldn't believe it.
Oh my.
He asked me to see her again at the House of the Night, and then...
Fascinating story. Shall we go upstairs? You can show me exactly how it ended.
Nobody tell Triss. The things we do when she's not around. The things she does when we're not around. The next morning, we wake up alone with a letter. A sealed letter. Let's read the letter. Letter from Cantarella. Forgive me for leaving without saying farewell, but you were sleeping so peacefully. It almost made me want to nick your cards and coin. Or at least read all those letters you carry around in your pockets. Old habits die hard. Until our next meeting. Then, perhaps one day soon, I'll see to it that we bump into each other completely by accident. Cantarella. Well, that was nice. So, you know, last time something like this happened, a witch put us to sleep and, like, tricked us. Like, there was a lot of honesty in that letter, right? And she signed it with the name that she gave us after the whole Sasha name thing. I don't know. I think this was all in all like a really great quest. It cost us 1,000 coins to get into, ignoring the 1,000 coin like starting cost of everything, and the winnings were 4,500. So we came out ahead, no less than 3,500. And in addition, you know, we solved a little mystery about. Whatever the mystery was with who stole the coin, who the gnome really was. And we played some of the best decks. If they weren't necessarily the best players we've ever played, everyone has their off day. All in all, what a lovely little kind of surprisingly wonderful quest chain. I was not expecting to meet the people we meet, go the places we went, but it was all good. And it somehow led us back to the docks. Just led us to another little place we could loot our way through. I'm very happy with just kind of this series of events. I think it is just a small masterclass in how to... Oh boy. Get a landmark? Where are we? Well, you're back out on the islands of Skellig. Yennefer said she had a lead for where Ciri might be. And I think it is in our best interest to continue to look for her, because that is kind of how everything started. I know there's some other adventures that we have gotten ourselves into here. Can we get up this cliff edge? Yeah. No? Huh. Let's try this way, maybe. There we go. But I think it's worth following this lead and just really nailing down if Ciri is going to be here or not. If she's not going to be here, that's fine. We kind of want to know that. But if she's here, then that is kind of, our main purpose right now. Hello, Yennefer.
Greetings, Yen.
Good thing you're here. The frostbite was starting to set in.
Had a matter to tend to.
A matter that brooked no delay, I presume. What was it? A Necker contract?
Something like that. Can we go?
Quite a few years since I was last on Hindisfjall. But if I remember correctly, Lofoten should be this way.
We'll go that way then.
Raised huts and fresh graves. This must be it.
Gathering of some kind. We've come at a bad time.
There's no good time to talk about the Wild Hunt.
She's got a point. All right, follow Yennefer. No problem. Happily.
but in the brine they lay. And
What if Craven told the truth?
And unharmed.
What if he didn't abandon us? But was...
Perhaps 'twere written in the stars.
I won't speak of him. He was our brother in blood. We sailed on the same longship.
I keep thinking something's gonna happen.
Raided the Black Ones together.
But when they attacked, he fled.
Yes?
Ritual of some kind. We'll have to wait.
We'll do no such thing. Dear sisters, pardon the interruption, but we've an important matter to discuss.
Can you not see we're commemorating the dead? So?
And we're looking for someone who's still alive. Please, this is urgent.
Then speak.
Is it true the Wild Hunt destroyed your village?
They say the Wild Hunt destroyed this village.
That is true, though few believe us. You don't either, I'm sure. Did you see riders on skeletal horses, wearing frost-covered armor?
Aye, that's how it was. They landed on our shores in a ship made of the claws of dead men, like in the ballads. Leif yelled to grab the children. Then they came, cut him across his face. He tried to whisper, only blood came out.
You were to ask about someone, not prod their wounds. That's enough.
What happened then?
Go on.
I ran out to get help, to get Leif. But so many bodies. Yolle, Ingvar, little Necky.
Which way did the riders go?
Towards the sea, through the ravine, on horses made of bones. Bones and ice and...
Enough! Get to the point. Now.
We're looking for an ashen-haired young woman.
We're looking for a young woman, name of Ciri. Ashen hair, green eyes.
I'm sorry. She is not here.
Unless she lies in a grave. That is, I do not recall one by that name. But I've buried so many, I may have forgotten.
This Ciri, has she a scar here on her cheek?
Yes. Yes, what happened to her?
Don't know. Saw her but for a moment, right before it all. She was in the stables with Craven. 1,000 curses upon him.
You know why she passed through here?
Remember anything else? Anything at all?
Only that she seemed tired. Very tired. And her hair was wet.
Great. So we know she bathed. Progress.
I'm sorry,
Craven!
My apologies. Craven. Craven could have told you more.
Who's Craven?
This Craven you mention. Does he have a name?
He did. Until the elders struck him from the saga of ancestors.
It's as if he has ceased to exist. The lore forbids anyone from touching him, speaking to him, even uttering his name.
What did he do to deserve that?
He fled from the Wild Hunt. He alone.
We need to talk to him, even if it's not in keeping with your customs.
You've come too late. He went to the garden to fight Morkvarg.
Cowards don't usually go and fight monsters.
A coward who willingly seeks battle? Am I the only one who sees the contradiction?
That's why he did it. Craven knew he would prove the elders wrong only if he killed Morkvarg.
And thus regain his honor and his name.
Trial by ordeal. Very Skelligan.
I do not mock your laws. Please also respect ours.
Tell me about this Morkvarg he's going to fight.
Morkvarg. What's that?
Who, you mean?
The vilest man ever to inhabit Skellige. Nothing was ever sacred to him. He attacked his own clan's lands.
Know the type.
They said he feared only one thing. The wrath of the gods. Morkvarg sought to prove how wrong they were. So he sailed to Hindisfjall to ransack the goddess's garden. This was over a decade ago.
Archpriestess Ulva stood in his way. He thrust a blade between her ribs and cast her down in the mud. As her lifeblood left her, she cursed him, and Morkvarg transformed into a beast.
A curse? A monster? You've got some work to do.
I don't really want to do that.
I'm not here to work.
I doubt Morkvarg cares. Monsters prowl when they will and where they will.
Fine. He comes within reach of my sword, I'll deal with him. But only then.
Where's this garden?
Where is this holy garden?
Not far from here. North. We cultivated healing herbs there once.
And now?
Now we walk only as far as the tree the goddess planted. We place our offerings and make our pleas before it.
Those who venture below remain in the garden forever.
Okay, then.
Thanks for your help.
I understand you intend to enter the garden. I dislike it when foreigners enter the sacred grounds, but so be it.
Custom demands pilgrims make an offering of their own blood before the tree. Craven surely did so. Unless he lacked not only courage, but respect for Freyr as well.
You needn't worry about us. Geralt and I always give the gods the respect they are due.
Witcher.
Find the garden, look for...
Yes?
Craven. Okay, hold on. How far away is this potential garden? Oh, okay, up the hill. A guarded treasure with a particularly powerful monster. Well, if Yen's gonna help us fight, I mean, we can try and mess with whatever that might be. I'm just going foot for the minute. Looking for the allegedly particularly powerful monster. And oh, it's a wraith. Okay. They are like so much. Yennefer? She just left us. All right. Okay. Find Freya's garden. To be fair, Wraith is particularly powerful, but it's also like the first one we ever fought.
Worried this trail might have gone cold.
Darn, you can
Even if
just
Craven's
portal
dead.
around, huh? Scare me half to death. Perfect. Hello there. Search for signs of Craven. Locked. Key required. Seriously?
Yes?
Just the two of us.
Where shall we start?
Let's go to that tree the sisters mentioned.
Plan to bleed yourself for the goddess?
Not necessarily, but Craven did. We just might pick up his scent.
I was just gonna jump in there and start swinging, but whatever. That's a wolf. Okay. Can I cook him from here? Nope. Okay. All right, to this alleged tree. Here we go.
Craven was here. Look, the impression. Kneeled down on one knee and cut himself to make the offering. Bloodstains. See them?
No. I may be inhumanly beautiful, but I don't have superhuman senses. Not like you.
Which is why you should stay up here. No offense, but in that undergrowth and mud, you'd be like a...
Ball and chain?
Planned to say it gentler, but yeah, that's basically what I had in mind.
Fine. We'll do as you say. If the need arises, I can cast spells from up here.
Perfect.
Fine. See you later then.
Don't get hurt. Remember, I need you if I'm to find Ciri.
Yeah.
Come, I was just teasing. Fool. I need you. Period. Better?
Better.
Aren't we a sourpuss? Follow Craven's footsteps. Why don't we just go in this house? Anybody home? Knock, knock. Broken rake? Locked door requiring a key. Some leather. Another locked door.
Clear.
Dude.
Should lead me to him.
I don't really want to go down here, but whatever, man. Look, there's a bunch of wolves and a werewolf. Wolves and a werewolf. Did I say that yet?
No bite marks. Morkvarg doesn't eat his victims. Strange.
Is it Craven?
No, this one's been here a while.
What? I can't hear you. If you want to chat, come closer.
Her senses are really dulled.
I wanted to see what was down here. Doesn't look like much. Aha.
Lots of prints, old and new. His lair must be nearby.
I wonder if that... Man, I heard it right behind me. I wonder if that gate opens up. This one? Got lots of footprints here. Oh, look, there's a little ladder section we missed. Hold on. Look at this. Whatever. This one's good. Okay, did that do anything? How about now? Well... let's go see what's in that spooky house. This one here that we were like right next to. Our way over. How did we get in that house? Yep. We've come full circle.
Prints lead to the well. Guess Craven didn't want to be eaten. Preferred to drown.
Quest update in wolf's clothing? What? Let's just go in the well, dude. We should have saved. We should have saved. Also, maybe our worst jump ever. All right, let's try again, I guess. Swan dive.
Roots. Swam right under Yen. Hey, can you hear me?
Geralt, you scared me.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
I hope not. Let me know once you find Craven.
Yeah, totally. She probably heard us like fighting the werewolf. Why would we think he's alive at this point? Why would anyone think he's alive at this point? Is there a door or anything? Hold on.
One of Freya's priestesses. No signs of violence. Must have died of hunger a while ago. Must have hid here when Morkvarg raided the garden. A key. Could come in handy.
All right, let's talk to the old boy. I mean, he's dead.
Damn.
Right?
Dead. Has been for a while. Yen, found him.
And?
Dead.
And I've seen rot fiends in better condition than this.
Shit. Fine, scrape together what you can and haul the bits up here.
Why?
Take it you've got a plan?
No, I just like to stare at rotting flesh. We'll talk when you get here, all right?
That's Yen. Charming as ever. Come on, someone wants to meet you.
Oh, no. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oof. Putrefaction set in. But the vocal cords are intact. We might still get something out of him.
Doesn't look like the talkative type.
Anyone can be made to talk. Even a corpse. One must simply know how.
Thought necromancy was strictly forbidden.
I'm not about to be bothered by such foolishness.
Need any ingredients for the spell?
The blood of a newborn, a virgin's tongue, and the eye of a newt.
Mind trying again without the sarcasm?
I don't need a thing. I'm a sorceress, not a village herbalist. All I need is energy. A great deal of energy.
Oh.
We're very lucky this place is saturated with magic.
It's also considered sacred. Priestesses will be furious if you use the garden's power to revive a corpse.
Well, let's not tell them we use the garden's power to revive a corpse, Geralt. Jeez, man.
All the more reason to get it over with before they realize what's happening.
Let's make it happen.
Let's get to work.
Selene, Defrain! Selene, Davidar!
I feel kind of bad for this guy. But at the same time, were we going to be able to stop Yennefer? I mean, she's a force of nature. Come on.
Are you Craven of Lofoten?
No, I have a name. I am Skull.
You died in battle and you've recovered your honor, brave sir.
You died in battle. You've recovered.
Geralt, this is not the time to cheer up a corpse.
Oh, sorry.
A young woman, ashen hair, green eyes. What happened to her?
She's wise. They cursed me.
I don't care about that. What happened to her? What was she doing here?
This dude was having a bad day and then like got cursed and died. And he woke back up and Yennefer's like, don't tell me what I don't care about. Tell me what I care about. Like he can read her mind. Oh, here he is, like, not dead. Hey, that's great. Look, he's having a good day. Little happy crab for dinner. Oh, no. Okay, my assumption. When we first got the Skellig, we found evidence of Ciri and a mysterious elf running in this forest that was kind of cursed. The druids were trying to keep us out of. They must have portaled to like the nearest island, which is here. That's my guess. Is he going to look like his Gwent card? I mean, everything's Gwent. Come on.
Help me.
Wait.
Help us both.
He's the one that wanted the potion or whatever. The elf, remember from...
Ciri. Is it Elle? Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, is this dude a villain or not? Ignore the twitching. She's sick.
I must leave you now. We will meet beneath drowned dead rock. Can you remember?
You're awake. And I thought you'd...
Where am I? And who are you?
It's all right. You're on Hindersfjall, village of Lofoten. They call me Skjall.
Cool.
How'd I... What?
We fished you out of the sea. Me and that friend of yours.
Where's my friend?
And where is he? My friend.
Stepped out a while ago. Said he needed to find a boat. Why does he wear that mask? Something not right with his mug?
No. He simply doesn't like others to see it.
How long have I been lying here?
How long did I lie there?
All day nearabouts. 'Twas morn when we brought you in. Night's near come now.
Damn. Too long.
You needed the rest. Desperately. Been through a lot, eh? Got some nasty, fresh-looking scars.
Yeah, you could say we've been through a lot.
Yes. I've been through a lot.
I never thought women on the continent did any fighting.
Huh?
Sometimes they have no choice. Help me stand.
I don't think you should...
Less talk, more giving me a hand.
Ah, that's me brother for you. Out of sight for a second, and he's already put his paws on a girl.
Astrid, you're as dim as dishwater. You know perfectly well I'm helping her up.
It's a shame, I know, but I've got to interrupt your courtship. Come, we're off to the sauna.
Oh, yeah.
Where? Why is your mouth agape like you're noodling for an eel? The sauna.
Everybody loves the sauna.
Girl, you was blue as a whale when we brought you in here. Your blood needs thawing.
These people make total sense. Listen, you're cold. Let's go get warm. Like, it's easy. This will be nice. Thanks for inviting us to the sauna.
I'm sorry, but I must get to Drowned Dead Rock as fast as possible.
Shan't force you to stay. But the rocks are ways off and you can barely walk. You'd best take a horse.
True. Skjal can prepare a horse for you. You'll have to wait a spell, but even so, you'll get there faster than on foot.
Oh, thanks.
Fine, that'll do. Thank you both very much.
Okay, on the way to the sauna. So this was the same village before the wild hunt frosted it. I was going to say torched it, but clearly, oh, we can move a little faster, but clearly they frosted it, you know? Okay, nice of them to offer a horse to us as well. That's kind of a surprise. Sauna, this house here. Okay. I wonder if it doubles as like a wash house. Like, can we wash some clothes and stuff? She said she already had them. Makes sense to me. Oh, this will be nice.
All right. Aim you go and get out of those rags.
Sure. We're in our sauna outfit, and I thought it was fun that there's a throwback to the books. In the books, Ciri has a lover, and they get matching tattoos, and this is the tattoo here. It is this this flower here. I thought that was fun. Into the sauna we go.
Finally. I was so worried you'd...
Ah, Mum, you always worry. Everything's fine, ain't it?
Yes, it's fine.
Good. That's good.
The sauna's nice. This is good for us.
Say, back home, have you got saunas too?
You know, I don't really have a home. I'm a traveller.
Ah, that's right. Where was your ship headed?
Oh, no
They
ship.
fished you out of the sea. We thought you were in a shipwreck.
Nope, no shipwreck, just magic.
No, that's not right. I wasn't in a shipwreck.
So, what brings you to our shores?
I'm here looking for someone.
Do you fancy Skjal?
No. We met this person for like 5 seconds. Literally just, where am I? Where's my friend? Can you help me stand up? I'm a little wobbly, right? I'm a little dizzy. That's it. And the women in this village already in our business, already playing matchmaker. We got to get out of here before we get a horse, a goat, and 3 kids.
Listen, it's lovely sitting here with you, but I really must go now.
There you go.
Skjal's certain to have readied the horses by now. But before you go, you ought to take a quick jump in the water. It'll do you good.
Well, thanks. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll jump in the water. If it's good for us, it's good for us.
I suppose. Why not?
Okay, we have 2 very important optional objectives. Objective number 1, jump in the water to cool off. Objective number 2, drink a shot of Freya's fire water. Let's make it happen. Okay, in the water, check. And here looks like the Freya's fire water. This is going to be delicious. To this village, their health, happiness, and hearth. Okay. Time to join Skull at the stable. Perfect. All right, we're on the way to the stable to try and get our horse and hopefully meet up with our friend. This is probably right around when the wild hunt attacks.
I'll take Njord. You can ride Greyback. She's old, but she'll make the...
Run for your lives!
Watch out! Ride, Ciri! Don't look back!
We're riding as fast as we can, and we're not looking back, dude.
Faster! Faster! They're catching up!
Yeah, great idea. No. My horse is out of stamina. Ah! Help! Okay, this whole horse stamina thing sucks. I thought this was kind of like a scripted thing where like we couldn't like really run out of stamina. Clearly we can.
What?
Hey, that's our dude. He was very brave to like lead them away from us. Why in the world did the village like curse his name and think he like ran away? Why? Okay, never mind. He led them back to us. They're afraid of salt water? What is this? We're like right there. The water's not even that deep. I thought he was being brave and leading them away from us. He led them like right back to us sometime later. Okay. Wait a second. Is this the dude from the Baron's cards? How is he connected to all this? Remember at the end of the Baron's quest? He's like, oh, sorry, that's a wild Uma. And we're like, what's an Uma? How did he end up here? Something's weird. Something's weird, dude.
Where is he?
No! No!
Begone! Begone, I say!
Nasty. We need a bath. Oh boy. This place was a lot more vibrant before we did that. How are you feeling?
I'm fine now. The spell. Imagine putting wriggling cockroaches in your mouth, or swimming in manure. That's more or less how it felt.
Okay, gross. Let's get out of here.
You needn't ask me twice.
The garden! Our garden! How could you?
I thought this was a sacred cursed place that nobody ever went, and they just walk right in here like they know right where it is.
We helped! And you! Inconceivable!
Believe it.
Now.
Don't you dare try to calm me. We've every right to be furious. Furious! And you will pay for this.
We had no choice.
We had no choice. We'd never have learned what happened to our...
Do you really think you're justified? That your hunt for a foreign woman gives you the right to destroy our garden?
Yep.
I'm sure it doesn't in your eyes.
I shall make sure all Skellige hears what you did here.
Go for it.
I did this. I alone. Geralt tried to stop me. I refused to listen.
I might have known. They warned me about you.
Who's they?
Sorceresses. None shall open their door to you. None shall feed your hunger, and none shall tend to your wounds.
Okay. We'll just like wait 100 years and come back. Like,
Yen, you didn't have to do that.
But I wanted to. I'd rather not talk about it. We must focus on what Scal told us.
we know Ciri's not in Skellig. We don't actually know that. The ugly creature, it's linked to Ciri. We don't know that either, but let's just say it. Why not?
Key to finding Ciri is that ugly thing Skell saw on the beach. That's what I think. You know, I saw something, or someone who looked just like that.
Where?
In Velen, at a castle until recently ruled by a self-proclaimed baron, now controlled by his right-hand man, Sergeant Ardle.
You must go and get the creature. I don't know, buy him, kidnap him.
Seems early to me. What would I do with him? Cart him around while I searched for Ciri and hunted monsters? He's safe where he is, with the Baron. At least I think so. I'll get him once I know why Ciri went to Novigrad, what she did there. Still a chance I might find her there.
All right. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Now, tell me, do you... No, never mind.
I think she was going to ask if we thought less of her for the necromancy, and we don't. Come on, say it.
Tell me, do you think... Is there a chance that thing might be Ciri?
No.
That, well, she's been transformed by some curse?
No.
Don't even want to think about it.
Geralt, we must.
Might be her companion, or someone else altogether connected to them both. I don't know. But I'll lose it if I try to deal with that possibility now. We have to do what we can, see what happens.
Man, like, that was such a level-headed response. Like, in a lot of ways, Yennefer needs us in her life. Like, girl here saying, I will lose it. Like, I'm going to just be unable to function, right? If that is a possibility I dwell in right now. We need to do what we can with what we know and see what unfolds. Like, that was such a level-headed response, and darn does Yennefer need that. Like, Yennefer having all this power means she tends to do things in the extreme. And, you know, Gerald is kind of the opposite, where he's like such a middle-of-the-road dude. He's like good is good, bad is bad, kind of the end. And if you don't know, you don't know. And if you do know, you do know. But Yen's like, what if we blew it all up? What if I opened a portal so big the ocean fell in and dropped on our heads and crushed us? Like, Yen, calm down. You're like, she's going down crazy train alley. Like, you know, there's just a lovely dynamic here. You know, like, we know Ciri's not in Skellige. We're going to say that even though we're not sure it's true, but it's kind of the vibe we get.
Didn't learn much, though we can be sure Ciri's not in Skellige anymore. Not in Velen either. Leaves Novigrad, world's biggest city.
No one said it would be easy. Better to have some idea where to look than none.
Agreed.
Makes me wonder what she's gotten herself into.
Can't even begin to imagine. But we will pull her out of it, safe and sound.
Love that.
That I promise you.
All right. What now? What are you thinking, big girl?
Ciri's trail in Skellige. We followed it, exhausted the possibilities. Might be time to go back to the continent.
Before you do, there's one thing. It's important.
What's that?
Let's meet in Larvik, at the Warriors' Hall. We'll speak there.
Okay. Of course.
Fine. Larvik. See you there soon.
Thank you. For that, and for your help in the garden. I'd not have managed without you.
It was nothing.
Geralt, you know me. I'm rare to praise, but when I do, it is sincere.
That was a sweet moment we had. Yennefer asked us to meet her in Larvik. So we're going to go do that and see what she's got going on.
You better take that back.
Uh-oh. She's getting in a fight with the locals. What's going on, Yen?
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Far Ipsis, a specialist on djinns. Heard of him?
No.
I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Far Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
What happened?
They know what happened to him?
The locals say they last saw his ship off the coast of Hindisfjall. Then a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
So he's probably fish food by now.
Not necessarily. I must learn what became of him.
Why? Do you know him?
No. It's not the mage who interests me. It's his djinn.
How do you know he had a djinn? How do we know this isn't just like a wild hunt for nothing?
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Storm wouldn't pose a threat if he'd had a djinn. He could just utter a wish.
Perhaps he had none left, or something unexpected happened.
What are you going to do with the djinn here? The genie in a bottle, huh?
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
What do you need from us?
All right. So what exactly do you expect me to do?
You must help me find this djinn. I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Oh boy. All right, we're going to help.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
Okay, to the harbor.
Where'd you hear that?
So you managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
You might remember when we first got to Skellige here, the islands, we read a notebook or a journal or a diary or something of Yennefer. And it said on there that she had this obsession with finding a djinn.
Lead the way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
To be fair, we don't mind following Yennefer's directions. You know, Geralt isn't all that pushy. And, you know, ignoring the pushy, you know, issue.
Did you sever his head? Head of a giant on your mantle.
Yennefer's, like, capable. She's competent.
The ship carrying the Djinn sank somewhere in this area.
Wow, okay, great.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
Okay.
Let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No.
There's no real issue with following a leader who's competent, right? And Yennefer is. I don't think she always knows what she's doing, but for the most part,
Djinn thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course.
Of course we remember. Of course you remember. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I just want to finish this thought. Yennefer is a capable, competent individual, which means she takes the lead and, like, it's just not a big deal. It's not like she's asking us to do something that she wouldn't or couldn't do if she could, right? Generally, you know, we work together on things and it's good for both of us in the end.
Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing.
You know, it's pretty
There's something
established
here, on the
that...
bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer.
Okay.
Assad I cried a Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there.
It's pretty well established that by the end of the books, okay, Geralt and Yennefer are both somewhere between the ages of 50 and 100. Like, they are not young. And when you've been around that many years, there's only so many people who you're going to, you know, be able to relate to. You're going to be able to work with. You're going to just literally just run into it at places again, right? You know, they're just going to cross paths.
How's it going?
And
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew. Then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
okay. There's only so many people you're going to cross paths with. There's only so many competent people. And ultimately, they've never really betrayed each other in a meaningful way, which means that they kind of work well together. They kind of actually get along, and I think they actually genuinely do like each other. Now, you might have noticed on the right-hand side of the screen, under the minimap, it says The Last Wish, which is the name of the quest we are currently on. That is relevant for a reason. If you caught the first episode, you would know we are not afraid of spoilers here, and we're going to talk about spoilers. So, The Last Wish is actually the name of the first book in the Witcher series. Originally, the author of The Witcher books, he wrote short stories, and eventually he was able to collect those short stories into an omnibook, or just a book of, a big book, which is a collection of smaller books, an omnibook. And the omnibooks are the first kind of 3 books in the mainline Witcher series. And those first 3 books are essentially just a collection of short stories, which is fine, okay? I think it is a lovely thing to do, and they're very charming to read. Now,
where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Where I personally have the biggest issue with the Witcher books are kind of the next 4 books or so, where things try and like take a different turn, but that's a whole nother conversation. And the very first book of the Witcher series, The Last Wish.
What will you do? Ask for a beautiful house, and a palace, and a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the Djinn? Or have we moved on to the talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course.
The very first book, it's titled The Last Wish, and one of the short stories in that book is called The Last Wish. And in the book, The Last Wish, in the story in the book, The Last Wish,
Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our Djinn's down there.
Geralt and Dandelion are fishing. Dandelion is someone who we have not met yet in the series. He's a character, to say the absolute least. Now, was I? They're fishing and they find a genie in a bottle. I think there's a flying around up there. Some kind of a harpy creature. Oh boy. And so...
Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Wood's rotted.
Look around, but be careful. Look for something that might indicate it's the mage's ship.
Okay. They find the genie in a bottle, and long story short, Yennefer's life ends up being in danger by the end of the story, and Geralt makes a wish. And it's my recollection, and you have to cut me some slack here, it's been... Hold on.
Beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Haemai symbols.
Okay, that's not it. Try this one. One more clue here.
Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Haemai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donar was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Longship belonged to Clan Djinn. Yen. Doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere.
Okay. And Geralt makes a wish in the Last Wish book, in the Last Wish story. And the wish is kind of like 3 parts. I think the first one is like it tells the genie to like go away. Okay. And the second one, I forget. And the third one saves Yennefer's life. And there's some debate.
You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? Chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me.
And there's some debate over what that last wish was that Geralt said to save Yennefer's life, but it is assumed that in some way...
And there's something on the bottom. Let's see what it is.
It is assumed that in some way he tied them together, their fates, their destiny, their lives. And it's a little ironic because ultimately, Geralt really, he really doesn't believe in the whole fate thing. Come on. Stop that. He's really against the whole, fate. He's not convinced there is destiny, right?
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell, to see through your eyes. Now relax. I su foltia bedem ein eichte illivaid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is
it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a Djinn.
Fine, but transverse cut through the pelvis. Surgical precision. No conventional weapon could do this. Transverse cut through the pelvis. Surgical precision. No conventional weapon could do this.
And there's some debate over whether the wish Geralt gave in the story is the reason Yennefer and Geralt are in love with each other, that he tied their fates together somehow.
Pearl-encrusted cutlery. ship belonged to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper.
No Djinn here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Okay. I don't think that is the case. I don't think there's any spell that's tying Geralt and Yennefer together in a meaningful way. And if there is, it isn't the reason they've stayed together. You know, I think they genuinely do like each other. I think they do get along. And I think the biggest issue with their relationship is their unwillingness to make anything official and really talk about what they are to each other. Instead, they just live in this nebulous middle zone of you like me, I like you, we're totally an item, we're totally together, we're totally exclusive when we're in each other's orbits, and otherwise, you know, we're going to be jealous, but we're going to be possessive and jealous, but we're not going to take any ownership. We're not going to take any responsibility for this relationship.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
Maybe.
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
Perfect.
And once we find that, we should find the Djinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2...
We get dumped like in the sun.
3.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this Djinn?
But you already know. A Djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That seems kind of odd. Like, usually Yennefer is a little more direct about things. Like, she has power. More power doesn't necessarily solve any of her problems. There's something more about this.
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a Djinn.
So that's it? This is about my last wish?
You asked that Djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take...
And that's the point of contention. In the book, in the short story, The Last Wish, when Geralt gave his last wish, I'm not convinced he bound them together in a way that would make them fall in love, be forced to be in love, to be forced to be together. And clearly Yennefer is worried. And I don't remember his wordage being shared in a way that implied that they were going to fall in love. It wasn't a love spell. It was a don't let this woman die spell.
That wish back.
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
What if we don't want to? Then what?
What if I don't want to know?
I'm afraid you no longer have a choice. Come, let's search the ship.
The ship. Oh, I see. They threw a big portal to try and like escape some storm or problem, and the ship got like just absolutely sliced in half. Okay. I think...
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Djinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Djinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to decide how to word it.
Wait, what? That might be the most important thing you do. Are you kidding me? What do you mean you've yet to decide how you're going to word it? No, woman. You need to decide on the words. You should have spent weeks, months, or years thinking about this. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. We're like in way over our head. We should not be here. I'm serious. I think Geralt and Yennefer need to sit down together and have a mature conversation, a responsible conversation, one that respects each other's desires, wishes, and feelings, because man, they like each other. I think they love each other, but I also think we'll go below deck first. You're up here. I also think because they never label things properly, they never truly define who they are to each other and how they want to live their life in the world. They're just so comfortable in this middle region that offers them. What's interesting?
Wonder what this means.
They leave themselves in this position that lacks a sense of, what would you say?
Mage must have slept here.
They leave themselves in this impossible position where they're simultaneously like cliffhanging while also being like, well, we've got a parachute. Well, are you going to use it or not?
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them.
Really? Just knock their feet off? Sure, why not? What's this?
Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck. Or left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Nothing here.
Okay. Well, could it be this then? Like there's something under here? Ha-ha! We got a flatty cake.
I think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
What do you think happened?
Think the Djinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident. When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, take us away anywhere, to a mountaintop even. And the Djinn granted the wish literally.
Dude.
They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you.
Well, what now?
If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
I don't like your ideas right now. Whoa, boy. We have both halves of the seal. Hypothetically, that's the seal that the Djinn we need for the Djinn. I don't know. I want to finish my thought before I like completely lose it and like she summons a genie to like kill us or something, right? Yes, Geralt and Dandelion summoned a genie. Yennefer's life was in danger. Yes. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Let's stay a little farther from the edge this time. Yes, Geralt and Dandelion summoned the genie. Yennefer's life was in danger, and Geralt used his last genie wish to save her life. Yes, there is magic that ties them together, and some of that magic is simply the fact, due to a nature of who they are as individuals, that they get along, they like each other. They're attracted to each other, and these are all healthy, normal things. Over 15 or 20 years of running into each other and working with each other, it's just a good thing. And I think both of them are old enough to have been hurt enough times that they don't want a good thing to end. So they're scared. And they're more comfortable just letting things be how they are. And because of that, you end up in situations like this, where like you're on a ship. Where even are we? Oh my goodness, we're on top of a mountain. We started like here. This is where we found the shipwreck. Okay, this is where we got on a boat in the harbor. And we are now on some random mountaintop in the middle of Skellige. This is how you end up in situations like this, with people uncomfortable and feeling dishonest. Yennefer hasn't necessarily been dishonest, but the truth is she's worried that we only get along because she's being controlled by magic. And maybe the magic is just love, baby. Relax. Come on. Like, it's going to be okay.
Step back a bit.
But if Yennefer is really worried about this, I wish she would have just set it up front.
Summon and tame the Djinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
I wish she just said right up front, hey, I'm worried that we only like each other because of this magic. Can we figure this out? That would have been cool. What in the world? Whoa, 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 wait, wait.
Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw
What?
him into the sphere.
This is your
Care to
plan?
trade places?
Haha! Be weakened. Ouch.
Just a bit more.
Yeah,
I
sure.
can feel his strength waning.
Yeah, he's totally waning. I do not want to be hit by lightning. Ah! Going in. Oh boy. Why is he like a cloud? Yeah, no. We're gonna die. Help! Mr. Genie, she put us up to it. It's her you want.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a Djinn can remove another Djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free.
I bet nothing changed. I bet there's still the same people who've known each other for 150 years or whatever. My goodness. Here we go. Come on, woman. Yennefer's
over.
Yes. It's all over.
Yennefer's the type of girl to play good cop, bad cop with herself in the mirror. I'm telling you what.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Feel better?
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a Djinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
I think this was worth doing. It was important to you, so it's important to us.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, we still love you. Come on, say it. Say it, girl. Say it.
Djinn might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
Yes.
And I love you.
And I hope they're happy. I hope they're happy together. I hope this is like not just the start of a good thing, but just the continuation of a beautiful story.
What was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while.
And they lived happily ever after. The end.
My, it's lovely.
Think the spirits of Skellige favor us.